Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video lecture, I will explain how to generate large vector or row vector with regular space by using colon operator. The first method of generating large number of row vector is colon operator. By using colon operator, this is actually formula of generating a row vector by using colon operator. In this formula, m is first element of the vector array and last element is n, and q is actually increment. When q is positive, I can write vector like this. My first element is 0 and I will put colon. My last element is 10 and the increment is 2. The value of q is here 2. So if I run this code, it will generate 0, 0 to 10. So first element is 0, last element is 10 and increment is 2 between 0 to 10. The other method of generating row vector when q is negative. It means I use this formula to generate row vector when q is negative. So if suppose I have another vector x and the first element in this row vector is 10 and increment is of course -2 and increment is of -2 and the last element is 0. So in this formula, last element should be less than the first element when q is negative, and I run this. So last element is 0, first element is 10 and increment is of course 2. The other method of generating row vector is using command linspace. Linspace means equally space between the first element and last element. In this formula, linspace is command and first element is x and last element is 2 and n is increment between first element and last element. Suppose I have vector y and now I will write command linspace then my first element is 0 and I will put comma and my last element is 10 and I will put comma and number of points I want to generate is 5. I want to generate 5 element. So if I run this, it looks like this. Total 5 element from total, so y has total 5 elements from 0 to 10. total elements are 5, but space between them is equal. But space between them is equal. 0 is first element and last element is 10, and total elements are 5, 0, 2.5, 5, 7.5 and 10. So the last method is log space. So log space is MATLAB command, and A, B and N are the elements. A is element, A is first element, B is last element like the previous linspace, and N is number of elements. So N is number of elements. A is actually 10 raised to the power A and B is 10 raised to the power B. So if I have vector Q and I will put log space, then value of A is 0 and value of B, I will put comma, and value of B is 5, and then number of elements are 5. So when I run this, oh sorry, log space, so I have mistaken log space. When I run this, it will generate 5 elements, 1 column and 5 row between 0 and 5, between 0 and 5, between 0 and 5. So it will generate total 5 elements, 1 2 3 4 5. My first element is 0, it means 10 raised to 0, and my last element is 5, it means 10 raised to the power 5. B is 10 raised to the power 5. So it will generate answer like this. So thank you for watching my video.